Hey friends, I rarely get to do anything like this, but thought I'd take the opportunity to hop on video instead of sending a traditional text kind of update this week. So just for a little context, as many of you know, I have been out on sabbatical for about a month and just got back to work this past week, my first week back. And it's been a lot for the ADHD brain. I honestly haven't had the capacity to do a lot of reading and researching throughout the week for justice in the lectionary. So I might still get to it by this weekend. I do have some reading time carved out, but not sure if I will. So just thought I'd at least hop on video and say hi to everyone and give a couple of updates if that's okay. So the first update that I wanted to share is something that you've probably seen on social media, which is just unbelievable, frankly, um, and just a really emotional moment, which is basically getting my very first copy of the book, The Justice of Jesus. Just honored by this. Um, Again, it's not normal for people who look like me, think like me, to get to write a book in North American publishing, and it's just so humbling that I've got to do this somehow with this ADHD brain, where I just wrote a book in 6 months, but after a lifetime of preparation, and yeah, so pre-orders are live. When you pre-order, you get to receive a free digital copy of my spicy butter chicken recipe. So yeah, hope you take advantage of the pre-order opportunity and pre-order your copy. So that was the first update. The other update I wanted to share on the book front is the audiobook. So many of you know that I started recording the audiobook during my sabbatical, knocked out 2 out of 4 recording sessions. Wasn't able to wrap up all 4 during sabbatical because of a bad cold that I picked up toward the end of my sabbatical. But thankfully, the studio was kind enough to reschedule those dates, and I just have 1 recording left. So, really, about 30 pages left of this 192-page book to record. So stay tuned for that. Again, just really grateful I get to record and narrate my own audiobook. Um, and everyone has different ways of learning. Some people prefer reading. I tend to fall in that category, especially for nonfiction. But many of us can't really absorb information by reading, and audiobook is the preferred route there. So I hope you get to enjoy that as well, regardless of what your learning style is. And I've always appreciated audiobooks being narrated by the author, so hopefully you get to hear my voice a bit more clearly through that. Um, and the other update I wanted to share is, again, in line with pre-order bonuses. We are going to be announcing a bunch of those bonuses quite soon. But one of the bonuses that I haven't mentioned so far is a live course that I'll be teaching around the book. So this course is for anyone who wants to go in deeper into the themes of the book, and really would appreciate having me as a guide weekly to connect with virtually, um, once the book is out, and almost like do a book club thing together. So stay tuned for more details on the course. What I will say is that the more copies you pre-order right now, the higher discount you get on that course, the higher rate of discount you get on that course. So, again, just trying to make the book as accessible and palatable as possible for people to read and process together in community. And I would love to lead one such community once the book is out in September. Um, so it'll be a 5 6 week cohort, 5 week cohort, and We'll meet weekly virtually, and get to learn together. So I'm excited to announce this course offering for the book that will be tied to a pre-order bonus as well. So again, the more you pre-order, the more copies you pre-order, the higher discount you get um, on this course. Um, the one thing I've been chewing on this week, and this came out during the paid subscriber virtual chat that we did, really came out of that. Such a great conversation that we had in there, by the way. The folks who joined brought such great insights and asked really great questions and pushed me to think better. So, the thing that I've been chewing on more and more is just how, I mean, we all know how broken Western Christianity is. That's why I wrote this book, not just to point to what's broken and why it's broken because of colonialism, but also point to the hope that we have. Um, which is basically that there's a new way. Um, we don't have to settle for what's broken. We can reimagine a new future together based on the ancient pre-colonial church and ancient pre-colonial Christian traditions, like the St. Thomas Indian Christian tradition that I come from. But this is something that I've been chewing on this week, especially. But have you noticed how so much of Western Christianity doesn't really care about transformation as much as it does about conversion? I've been paying attention to this lately, and I think this is something tied into colonialism too, because the reality is that colonialism wasn't really interested in getting to know the local cultures or the local peoples or languages. It was only really interested in converting or assimilating or extracting resources for its own benefit and gain. And so much of Western Christianity operates in this way too, where there's so much emphasis put on conversion, right? Like the Billy Graham crusades, the just everything that's all the evangelism work that's been done in evangelical America over the last century, really, has so little to do with transformation and everything to do with conversion. And conversion without transformation is not the way of Jesus. It's the way of the colonizer. So this is something that I've just been chewing on, and I hope you wrestle with this with me as I wrestle with it in the weeks ahead. And the last thing I wanted to mention as we wrap up this update here is the paid subscriber offering. For a long period of time, there were many of you who would just give generously as paid subscribers out of the goodness of your heart without really receiving any kind of value add. But now we have added some value, I'd like to think, to the experience for paid subscribers, which is basically the free justice and the lectionary resource that you get weekly that unpacks text from scripture, the scripture readings for the lectionary, um, but also the monthly paid subscriber virtual chai sessions that we get to have together, where we do chai and talk about theology. Now, I don't know how much you know about South Asian culture, but in South Asian culture, um, it's very much a chai lounge culture where you come have chai together for hours without any agenda, and you just talk about life and you talk about philosophy and theology and things like that, or politics. And that's the idea behind these chai chats too. It'll be an hour every month for people who want to go in deeper as paid subscribers to basically just talk about life and talk about justice and community in a space where it's okay to process weird questions out loud in the safety of community, and it's okay to learn together. And someone who attended this for the first time said, I really appreciated having the space to ask questions that I wouldn't feel safe asking anywhere else. And And that's my hope for this community. And I hope you lean into the paid subscriber opportunity. By the way, everything that everyone gives as paid subscribers goes directly to my future PhD costs. I'm looking to start a program next year, hopefully. Um, and it also goes towards my ordination costs into the priesthood. So thank you to those of you who are paid subscribers for the value that you bring to my life and ministry, for the ways in which you partner with me through this avenue. So thank you for watching this update, and I look forward to staying in touch over the next few days and weeks, especially as we head into the final 2 months of book launch. Um, Blessings, you all.